On it, I would like to bring a colleague of mine who was on the Board of Trustees with me, helping to shepherd the Bible Association of the United States into the 21st century. Upon Prince Akwan Charles Akpabio, please welcome to the high table. Welcome.
Yeah.
Iban man.
Yeah.
Pro man.
Yeah.
Whatever you move.
To complete that introduction, it is my pleasure to raise to the high table the former Counsel General of Ati Annang Foundation and the current General Secretary of Ati Annang Foundation, Barrister Ekaete Henry. And finally, to complete the seat there, we'll bring to the high table the patron of Ati Annang USA and representing the chairman of the Board of Trustees, Sir Emem Akpabio, in the person of Mr. Emmanuel Akpabio. At this point, my duties here are done. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As you can see, I think he has done that before. All right. Just recognitions. I want to recognize our partner in crime, somebody who is leading a group that belongs to a Bible state, Mr. John Eaton, President, Akisan, Philadelphia. Please wave to us. Let's see you where you are. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I also want to recognize Abarawanwan, Mrs. Eno Awotoye, and spouse. You can wave to us from where you are. She is the President Bon Paraguay BBO, hosting the 2014 Bon Paraguay BBO event this year. Thank you very much in New York. All right, without wasting time, we're going to go to the next part of the event, which is a speech by the National Chairman, Ati Annang USA, and also the Event Planning Committee Chairman is going to be saying a few things to us as well. Dr. Domo, the mic is yours. Thank you.
For this event, published in the brochure, so I'm going to actually skip my formal remarks since you can actually read it at your own leisure. I will only make a couple of statements. Number one, there is no right time to do the right thing, except now. There is no right time to do the right thing, except now. In my remarks, I have spoken about the nurses program. Nurses is a Greek word. I had a chance to do a little Greek. Nurses is a Greek word. Translated in Latin, it is rendered as epistemology or episteme, meaning knowledge in the infinitive. In English, it is knowledge. In our language, it is ifiok. Eka mi soge sintime, eka mi soge worowo, eka mi soge nam kosi dio, eka mi soge nam kosi fun. The greatest wealth that we have in the diaspora is intelligence. I have pointed out in my remarks that we have about 1,000 years of measurable university education right in this room. We have correspondingly about 1,000 years of professional experience in this room. Let me just show, for instance, just casually, this lady sitting over here, that's a doctor right there. It is that simple. Not only is she a doctor, she studied meteorology, which was an uncommon area of focus in those days. And then she went on and on and on and became the best in her field. And the same goes for around the room. Even there is someone here for Halliburton, an engineer. There are engineers all over the room, technicians, professionals in a variety of fields. This is what we need to do next. We need to take what we know here in the United States and put it to the side and call it Exhibit A. Then we need to take what we used to know in Nigeria and what our people have always known, our traditional knowledge that for so long was put down because it wasn't written. Who said it wasn't smart enough? If our people were not intelligent enough, they would not have evolved to today. Evolution would have wiped them out. The fact that we are here means we were intelligent enough. And it was because of their intelligence that in the early 1920s, we sent our own people overseas for studies, which is how Dr. Akpabio in time became a PhD in education and came back, and the rest of the people came together and built the State College. So, when we take the intelligence of what we've learned in America and put it to side A, and the one from home put it to side B, we put the two together and they become happy. When they become happy, we have this thing that I'm calling Gnosis program. A new intelligence that is proper to the United States, that is proper to Nigeria, but that is particular to Okaibo. This is intelligence that is going to leapfrog our society into the 21st century so we can compete with other nations on equal grounds. It is the only way. I conclude my remarks as follows. Until theory is turned into practice, it is just book smart. Until theory is turned into practice, it is just book smart. We must translate. We have to leave behind the liberal arts-led educational system that we inherited from the British and learn from the American you find yourself today. American educational system is pragmatic. We have to learn from that and join His Excellency Chief Dr. Godswill Akpabio in the efforts he's putting on at home. And members of this delegation who've come to support us. Even our own chiefs today are professors. Things have changed. Thank you very much for coming to Ati Annang USA 3rd Annual Convention. The legendary John F. Kennedy said to Americans, ask not what you can do for your country or what your country can do for you, but ask what you can do for your country. I ask you today, ask not what you can do for Nigeria, what you can do for Okaibo, what you can do for Ati Annang, but ask. No, ask not what Ati Annang can do for you, what Okaibo can do for you, and what Nigeria can do for you. But ask what you can do for Nigeria, what you can do for Okaibo, and what you can do for Ati Annang. And the time for action is now. We shall collect money tonight, and we shall use that money judiciously to change one workshop at a time. When you take your car to your workshop or to the mechanic workshop, I can promise you that car will never suffer from banging and banging and banging. What all will do more. We shall provide the technology. I have already practiced it. I got the mechanic in Nigeria to get on Skype and the mechanic in the United States to get on Skype, and they would take the computer and point to the car, and the mechanic in the United States would then talk to the mechanic in Nigeria and fix the car. That is knowledge transfer. That's what we are talking about. We've done our research. Within the next 5 years, we shall show all the results we've accomplished. Welcome to Ati Annang. I'm Dr. Peter E. Governor. It is my pleasure to welcome you. Thank you.
Knowledge without practice. That's doing the same thing over and over again. And Americans call it madness. So as long as we start to practice, we're going to go far, far, far into the future, building our community, which is the theme of this event. All right, without wasting time, I'm going to hand the microphone over to the representative of the chairman of this event. Luckily for us, he is part of this organization, the immediate past international president of Ati Annang International, Engineer Ati Annang.
Atima. Me too, one. Atima. Atima. Bibi so. Akwai my makemono. With due respect to His Excellency Chief Gosu Obodo Fabio, the Executive Governor of Akwa Ibom State, here represented by Senator Emmanuel Ibawesien. With due respect to all the paramount rulers here present, which is a symbol of Akwa Ibom State representation, as each of them are representing each senatorial district. I want to thank you and welcome you to this occasion, led by the chairman of Akwa Ibom State Council of Chiefs. With due respect to the president of Ati Annang, due respect to all chapter chairmen here present, my distinguished brothers, Mbon Parawa Ibibio, and Ati Annang all over the world, you are welcome in Jesus' name. Ami represents the chairman of today's occasion. He sends his felicitations, and how would I put it? He attend today's occasion. He was on his agenda to attend, but His Excellency Chief Gosu Fabio, I will describe him as being workaholic. So he has said that even at the point of disengagement on the 29th May 2015, this will be the commission project before him handover. So with that, we are very, very busy, and it is one of the reasons why the SSG could not make this occasion. And you will bear me witness that even Emmanuel, the Honorable Commissioner for Special Duties that was here with us earlier on, had to leave as duty calls. I'm here better this on meeting. I would have had to go too because I have a meeting that I had to about Ibaka Deep Seaport on Monday. I have to find a way to get into that meeting. But I'm happy I'm here for this concluding part of this occasion. So he commented that the SSG's words is going to intertwine with my own words as former president of Ati Annang. I think I will have to do both of them together. But he is very happy with this project of Ati Annang and with the entire Ati Annang worldwide, but especially Ati Annang USA for getting to this level of organization and having invited him to be the chairman of this occasion. He sends his felicitations, as I said earlier on, and he identifies with the team of this particular function, building our community. And he wants to note that His Excellency Chief Godswill Akpabio had already established this vision of building a community. In the sense that Akwa Ibom State is the 21st state in Nigeria out of the 36 states including Abuja. And yet it was created, you very witnessed 25 years ago. But today, because of this one man, Chief Godswill Akpabio, His Excellency, he has so developed Akwa Ibom State to a state where we are now struggling to get the third position. Are we the third position or are we the fourth position in Nigeria? Apart from Abuja and Lagos, we are contending with Rivers or Akwa Ibom. Is Akwa Ibom the third or is Akwa Ibom the fourth? That is where we are. And this job start did not come before now. It came when His Excellency Chief Godswill Akpabio took the mantle 7 years ago and quickly fast-tracked the development of Akwa Ibom State to a state where it is an envious state by other states of the Federation. During the session we had in the afternoon, even the paramount rulers had extolled His Excellency's virtues in terms of developmental strides. It has never happened before. And there's something we said, no good second. And we cannot imagine that there will be any state that will develop within 7 years, that you will establish 1,400 kilometers of road, 350 road network in the whole state. You build a multi-faceted stadium. You build a vision transmitted Tropicana Entertainment Center, where a vision of establishing a state where everybody will come in as a model state. You will agree with me that the airport that was developed 7 years ago was done in this administration. Something that has never happened before in the country, where an airport is built in 1 year, 6 months. We met the airport in 10% completion, but the 90% was done within 1 year, 6 months by this administration. So today we are developing to become one of the best airports with so many passengers to contend with. And that is why we're expanding to build the terminal buildings and the additional runways. I'm talking about building a community, which His Excellency has started by building the state, Akwa Ibom State. And we enjoin you to join hands as the team of this particular location is. Come back home, the next level, therefore rest on our shoulders as community builders, as Ati Annang, as Mbogong Parawa, Ibibio. You know, we need to go back to our communities. We need to identify what the gaps are, and then we need to build up those gaps. We need to fill it up. We need to establish the help that is needed to make our communities strong. And once you start from the basics, and once you start from the grassroots to build up, then we will have a formidable state. What we have today is strong enough to stand on its own, but without your putting your hands together, without your joining with the paramount rulers, without your joining with His Excellency, without your joining with all the government dignitaries, we cannot have a viable state. So that's why His Excellency keeps on calling on everybody. If you look at our vision, we enjoin even the people in diaspora to join hands with the state government to establish a viable state. So in that line, we are very happy that Ati Annang USA identified building our community as a major stride today. You've mentioned a couple of projects that you want to comments in our various communities. During the afternoon session, we had the UK chapter talked about its own strikes. Canada is already sending some medical equipment to Akwa Ibom State, and even though Afena today had mentioned that there are medical doctors already in Obolokara, to commence medical services. These are all what we are looking for. The self-sacrifice to build our community is very important. Live and let's live. There's something that His Excellency normally says, that if you educate your children alone and ignoring your neighbor, you are establishing a neighborhood that will be hostile even to your children. So as you are developing your children, you need to develop your environment so that you can coexist. This is very, very important. So I will not really spend time because the time is fast spent. I want to say that when it comes to periods of donation, I have words from the SSG on the donation for today to help support this program. And myself as Engineer Ati Annang, Vice Beauty Chairman, I also have my own donation. But today, let's put our hands together, let's enjoy with the families. This is a major interaction. From this room, we can build enough communities. Thank you very much.
I was going to tell people as you make speeches, let them be short, because we have just a few minutes.